Liberation of your homeland is close.
And you've seen the celebrations that have been happening, like in places like Doral, Florida, where 40% of the residents there are of Venezuelan descent. This is Rep. Jimenez saying that Cubans and Venezuelans can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. This was at a GOP presser earlier today. Listen.
For once, the Cuban people have been in this tunnel for about 60 years. The Venezuelan people have been in this tunnel for about 25 years. And now I can see both the Venezuelan people and the Cuban people can see a light at the end of that tunnel. And this is the beginning of a process.
Setting a very optimistic tone for the people there.
Yeah, they can see light at the end of the tunnel, that is true, but he's right to say this is a process. This doesn't happen overnight, and I think that President Trump has learned from previous presidents where you don't go in and just try and remove the whole regimes and the whole Cuban regime or the Venezuelan regime. This has to happen slowly. The removal of Maduro is going to go a long way, and that'll impact Cuba in result, but this isn't going to happen overnight. This is going to be over a year or two, and I think that it's going to take a while. But yes, they are saying that there will be economic pressure, there will be sanctions, and if they don't play ball, then eventually there will be further kinetic action. Speaking
of the economic pressure and the message this sends to not only places like Cuba, but all over the world, including Russia and China, what is the message that they should be receiving there from watching this happen?
That's the same thing, it is that we will bring justice to those who commit terrible crimes, and if you are anti-America, we will come to hunt you down. Now, Russia and China are really affected by this. Russia relies heavily on Venezuelan oil to a certain degree, and if you shut that off, that's not only going to impact Russia, whose economy is really on its knees, but that influences its ability to wage war in Ukraine. So Russia is looking at this in a really difficult way. They've given about $20 billion or so to Venezuela. That has been lost at this point, so Russia is afraid. China as well takes about 5% of its oil from Venezuela at really discounted prices. And once the U.S. has some say over